warm welcome. We're joined by DMK's Villivakkam candidate, young and energetic Mr. Karthik Mohan. Thanks very much indeed for your time, Karthik. Let me begin with you there. MK Stalin, the Chief Minister this morning had lit the draft delimitation bill on fire in a symbolic protest against the delimitation bill. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who just spoke in the parliament, he said there's absolutely no bias, no discrimination. He slammed the DMK MPs in the parliament. Your reaction for that?
See, we stand against that. As long as our representation in the parliament does not go down, we will be okay with that. They are trying to increase the number of seats, but they're not coming to the point as to say whether our representation in the parliament will be the same. If that is so, it will be okay. That's my take on it.
Bharatiya Janata Party would now campaign saying that the opposition is stalling the women's reservation in the parliament. They're against women, they're anti-women and all that. You think that's going to impact this election, particularly for you, where the margins got to be razor thin and all that?
That's not absolutely right. In our local bodies, we already made a 50% reservation for women. The BJP and the central government is just following suit right now. So I don't think they have anything to blame us in that. They are following us.
All right. So coming to the local issues here, Villivakkam has traditionally been a DMK bastion. The party has won 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be an easy battle this time?
Absolutely. It's going to be, as you've already said, Villivakkam is a DMK bastion. And I can see that, as you can see on the campaign trail with me, how it is. I'm very sure we're going to win this election. Very confident about that.
Okay, so you also said in another interview that this is going to be about margins. On the face of it seems like the youth and the women are in favor of Vijay in a way. You think that's going to be a challenge?
I don't think that's false. I don't think they're with Vijay. As I've already told in some other interview, they're fighting the battle on social media and the media. As you can see, we are actually on the ground talking to the people and fighting out on the ground. So I don't see any challenges.
Okay, so politicians often make a lot of promises, but in hindsight, conversion of the promises seems to be a bit of a question there. You think what is one specific promise that, that the voters of Villivakkam can hold you accountable for?
That's not true. The promises made by our Chief Minister. I remember, I think it is the same, 2021, sometime in March, he said that 1,000 rupees will be given to every women of the state, and the promise was fulfilled. And promises not being fulfilled does not come from our party. Our party always stands by what they say and they do what they say. And now the Chief Minister has already promised other things in the manifesto, which has worked out beautifully well for us. On the ground, it's showing. People are very inquisitive about that. And I think the elections is there for us.
I'm going to ask you this question. I asked this question Dr. PTR, I asked this question Dr. TIB Raja as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you there, the opposition is going full throttle over calling DMK a party of diners. There are 31 diners in the fray this time. You also come from a family that has got a legacy there. Your father was an MLA. So you think, it's going to be a bit of a disadvantage, especially when the opposition, is going full throttle over this and, lots of young people are coming in.
You shouldn't call it diners. It's just the way you put the question. Okay, it is not dynasty. I see myself as being experienced. I've traveled with my father. He was an MLA for 10 years. Okay, I've traveled with him, seen every part of one another, traveled with him, seen how to solve problems. That gives me experience. That gives me an edge over somebody. And there's nothing called dynasty. I'm contesting the election. No one gave me the seat to say that you're the MLA over here. I'm contesting here. If people want me to win, they'll vote for me and they'll make me win. How does that become a dynasty? I really don't understand how that becomes dynasty.
Okay.
I've not been handed over the seat. Yeah, I'm contesting the elections. I'm fighting for it. How does that make a dynasty?
Okay. And one last question there, is this become more of a prestige battle? I want to ask you this because in the backdrop of, maybe we are reading tea leaves, okay? We had the Chief Minister's son-in-law, his daughter was also there. You think it's become more of a prestige battle there?
No, don't please read too much between the lines. They've all been my friends for a very long time. And I've come into front-end politics for the first time. They just came here to show their support for me. There's nothing else to that.
Thank you very much, Kartik. Such a pleasure talking to you. All the very best.
Very good talking to you.